is holding our postures. So we'll be holding the postures for anywhere between 7 and 10 breaths. And I will guide you into the posture, and then we'll just hold it and breathe together. So today we're actually going to start in a posture that's a little bit intense, but really good, just kind of starting from the ground up, called toes pose. So it's a nice stretch for the bottoms of our feet and our toes, and to come into this pose. So if you do have any feet or ankle issues, I do not recommend taking this pose, or maybe taking it but not holding it very long. It does get super intense. So while we hold toes pose, we're going to do some breathing. If toes pose is not accessible to you, take a seated position, or you can come onto your shins and sit like this. And again, if that's too much, then just come into a seated position. So for toes pose, we're actually going to tuck the toes, all 10 toes under, and we're going to spread the toes. So just take your hands to assist you and spread your toes so that you can see a little bit of mat between each toe. So you just want contact with all the toes on the mat, and then you're going to sit all of your weight back onto your heels. So like I said, it's pretty intense. If you need to come out of the posture at any time and want to come back into it, just back the hips off the heels, maybe even shake out the feet. All right, so go ahead and get yourself into position in toes pose. And like all poses, we want to find a long, straight spine. So you're going to want to sit up nice and tall, reach through the crown of the head, roll the shoulders away from the ears. You can rest the palms face down on the thighs or face up. And then if you're comfortable, close your eyes. So right away, you're going to start feeling your feet. You're going to start feeling your toes. This is really healing and good for your toes. It's a big stretch. We don't do it often. This is especially great for runners to stretch out those feet. So let's start to welcome the breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Close the lips, exhale through the nose. Find a constriction to the back of the throat, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Ujjayi Pranayama. Really great breath right now because I know it's getting intense. I know it's intense for me. Again, if you need to back off, feel free to back off. Give your toes a break. If you can hold it for a few more breaths, let's just add the arms. So inhale, both arms up overhead. Exhale, release hands to the floor. 2 more. Inhale, both arms up overhead. Exhale, release hands to the floor. 1 more. Inhale, both arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to the floor. All right. If you're feeling the way I'm feeling, let's get off those toes. Woo. Right, just feel the blood rush back into the joints. Come into a tabletop position and just start to flutter the feet on the floor. Bang them out. Get that blood rushing back into the feet and the toes. And then we're just going to take a counter stretch, and we're going to stretch out the ankles. So again, if you have feet or ankle issues, you might not want to take this pose, but feel it out, back off when you need to. You're going to bring the hips back to the heels. You can use your hands for assistance and start to just rock back. So we're getting a nice stretch to the fronts of the ankles, the tops of the feet. If you feel any tweakiness, just back off. then we'll come back onto the knees, and then come back into tabletop position. All right, so from here we're going to take Anahatasana, or melting heart pose, or puppy pose. So we're going to keep the hips right over the knees. We're going to start to walk the hands forward and a little bit wider than shoulder distance apart. So keep the hips over the knees instead of pressing them back. Start to melt the heart toward the floor. Forehead comes toward the floor. Breathe here. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. And then come back up into tabletop position. Take the wrist right back underneath the shoulders. Let's take some cat-cows, warming up the spine. So inhale, release belly toward the floor, tailbone in front of the lips. Exhale, round. Draw the tailbone down, gaze comes toward navel center. Inhale. Cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Keep going. Inhale. Complete the exhale. Come back to tabletop position. Let's take a twist. So we'll keep the hips right over the knees. Inhale, right arm high. Exhale, right arm behind the left. Come on to right shoulder and right ear. Inhale. Exhale. Two more on your own. Exhale. Inhale, unwind. Let's take a half bind. So take that right hand toward the left hip. Maybe take hold of the shirt or the pants. And then roll the shoulder open. And then if it feels good on the neck, go ahead and gently release the left ear toward the left shoulder. Only if this is not too much strain. For me it feels good, but if that feels like too much, just back off and keep the head in line with the spine. Inhale, extend. Exhale, release. Inhale, left arm high. Exhale, twist. Left arm behind the right. Come onto left shoulder and left ear. Inhale. Exhale. At your own pace, of course. Inhale. Exhale. On your own, two more. Or maybe it's a couple more. My breath goes at a different pace than yours. No worries. Just continue to breathe. Don't force it or rush it. And exhale. Inhale, unwind. And then take the half bind. So left hand is going to come toward the right hip. You can take hold of the shirt, rest the hand on the back, maybe reach around for the hip. And then roll the shoulder open. And then option, if it feels good for the neck, gently and slowly release the right ear toward the right shoulder. Oh, I got a little pop in my neck. That feels good. A nice stretch along the left side of your neck. Again, if this doesn't feel comfortable on the neck, keep the head in line with the spine. Unwind and release. Let's come into downward facing dog. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips high up and back, release the heels toward the mat. Start to find a little movement here in downward facing dog. Knees can be really bent. We can press the heels toward the floor. And if downward facing dog is too much, too big of a stretch on the hamstrings, take child's pose, hips to heels, extend the arms long. Wherever we are, let's hold for 3 more breaths. So I invite you in this deep stretch class, well, I invite you in all classes, to really explore in your own body. So if something doesn't work, don't do it, and just feel into the pose. So if you need a little different variation in your body, take it. And just move slowly so you can really feel what's happening, ask your body for what it needs, and answer it. Let's look toward the hands and walk the feet to the front of the mat, toward the hands. Take just little steps, bend the knees as much as needed. And then when we get toward the hands, rest the torso on the thighs, and take opposite hand toward opposite elbow, and just dangle here. You can find a little sway motion if that feels good, or you can just find stillness here. So in this posture, the weight of the head is providing a little traction for the spine. So we're more focused on our back and our spine than we are on our hamstrings. So bend the legs as much as needed to find that length. You even want a little bit more elongation in the neck, a little more traction. You can take the hands and interlace the fingers at the back of the head. And you'll just squeeze the palms of the hands in toward the ears. And again, then just relax the arms. So you've got a little added weight coming into the head. Wobble the head side to side. Bend and straighten the legs. Let's release the hands to the floor and come up to a halfway lift, so legs bent or working towards straight. Hands are on the blocks, on the shins, or on the thighs, but we want a supported halfway lift. So hands should be in contact with something, working toward a flat spine, shoulders away from the ears. Take one more inhale here. Exhale. Forward fold. Inhale. Let's rise all the way up to standing. Reach those arms off to the side. Come up to tall mountain. Exhale. Cactus the arms. Pull the elbows down. Lift the chest. Lift the gaze. Inhale, tall mountain. And exhale. Forward fold. So from here, let's heel toe the feet out to the edge of the mat, and then bring the toes off to an angle. And on the next inhale, with soft knees or straight legs, we're going to rise all the way up. Connect the palms above the head. And then exhale, come into a mini squat. So bend the knees, bring the hands to the heart. Inhale, sweep those arms all the way up overhead. And on the exhale, we're going to sweep the arms off to the side. Palms are going to face up at first, and we're going to hinge at the hips, and the palms are going to face down to the earth. And again, legs will be straight. You can have a soft bend in the knees. We're going to connect the palms above the crown of the head, straight out in front, taking a little spinal strength and shoulder strength. And then from here, we're just going to do just a body flop, a gentle release. And then if your legs are straight, I do recommend just taking a soft bend in the knees and just release. Tops of the hands can rest to the floor. Take palms of the hands to the floor. Just hang here. Exhale. And then let's rise all the way back up again. So sweep the arms off to the side. Inhale. Connect the palms up above the head. Exhale, little squat, hands to heart center. Sweep the arms. Inhale all the way up. And then exhale, sweep the arms off to the side. Palms are going to face up at first, and then you're going to flip the palms as you hinge at the hips. Torso comes parallel to the floor. Again, soft bend is optional in the knees. Sweep the arms in front of the head. And exhale, release. Soft bend the knees. Just dangle. We're just going to take one more. So inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, bring hands to heart center, a little squat here. It's not a deep one, just bending the legs. Inhale up overhead. And then exhale, sweep the arms off to the side, hinge at the hips, palms face up, and then they flip to face the earth when the torso comes parallel. Inhale, arms, palms connect above the crown of the head, and then exhale, release. Hands planted where they are. Step back. Plank pose. Modification for plank pose is to release the knees to the floor. We're just going to hold here for one more inhale, and then exhale, slowly lower down onto the floor. Keep those elbows in. Inhale, peel the chest off the floor for cobra pose. Exhale, release. Press the hands, or take the hands back about an inch by the ribs. Inhale, lift a little bit higher. Maybe the belly button comes off the floor. Mid-lift cobra. Exhale, release. If that's too much, just stay with low lift cobra. Take the hands back another inch. Inhale, high cobra. Keep a soft bend in the elbows. You start to lift the chin off the chest. Opening through the front side of the body, a little back bend here. Kind of a big back bend actually. And then lower all the way down. Let's bring the hands back underneath the shoulders. Bring the knees wide, toes to touch. Press back. Child's pose. Release the forehead toward the mat. Breathe here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's press back to down dog in preparation for a lunge. So if you don't want to press back to down dog, you can come from tabletop and just take your right foot forward. If you're in downward facing dog, you can sweep the right leg up, get a nice stretch here in three-legged dog, and then sweep the leg through. However you want to get into it is just fine. We're going to release that back knee to the floor, and we're going to heel toe the right foot out to the edge of the mat. Okay, take the left hand to the floor, take your right toes to about a 45-degree angle, and then take that right hand to the right knee and start to twist open. So from here, you can take the back toes flat to the floor, keep the toes tucked. If this is too much on the knee, you can put a blanket under the knee or roll your mat and get extra cushion. And then option here to roll onto the right outer edge of the right foot. And again, gently and slowly press that right knee open. So when it feels like it's too much, just back off. But we do want a nice opening in the glute, hip, pelvis, the hip flexor. Lots going on here. So I just invite you to turn in, maybe close the eyes if you feel balanced and comfortable. And move the body. So you want to take back off a little bit, go deeper, bring the foot flat to the floor. 3 more breaths. Big stretch. All right, so heel toe your foot back to the center of your mat, so it's in line with your hip. Keep that back knee on the floor, and again, foot flat or toes tucked, whatever feels more stable for you. And then we're going to bring both hands onto the knee. Interlace the fingers, press the hands onto the knee, and start to work the shoulders over the hips. Okay, so that could feel like a lot in the body. We're just working in that direction. So start to press into the hands, start to press the shoulders back. You're going to feel a big stretch in your left quad and your left hip flexor. Feeling really intense on my left hip, so I'm just deepening my breath. If it's painful, you back off. But if it's intense, you breathe. This is how we open up the body. Last breath. Bring the hands back to the floor. We're going to bring the right leg, front leg, into basically like pigeon pose. So we're working that shin parallel to the front of the mat. If this is too much, you bring the shin or the heel a little bit closer in. Right. Instead of pigeon pose, we're going to take deer pose. So we're going to start to draw the left leg forward. Left knee is going to come toward the right heel, and the left shin is going to work toward parallel with the side of the mat. So we have shin parallel to the front of the mat, shin parallel to the side of the mat. We want both toes flexed back toward both knees. Okay, and from here we're going to just take it into a twist, not for very long. Bring that left hand to the right knee, right hand out behind. Open through the throat and chest. Keep those shoulders right over those hips. And then unwind. We're going to take it into a forward fold. So again, this is a pretty big hip stretch in both hips, internally and externally. So we're going to come into a forward fold, stop where it feels like enough. So maybe we're up here in the hands, that's great. This feels like a lot, good. Getting a nice stretch. Two more breaths. forward, or just hinge forward, come all the way back up. Bring that left leg in. Good. We're going to cross that left, we're going to bring the right knee toward the center of the mat. Cross the left knee over the right. So we're working toward Gomukhasana or cow face pose. So we're working the knees stacked and the shins toward parallel with the side or front of your mat. If you're not there yet, your knees are like this, or your feet are all the way back here. That's fine, okay? Just feel that stretch. We're going to take the right arm up and over. You can take the left hand onto the right elbow, or you can hold onto your shirt, the back of your shirt, with your right hand. Take the left hand behind and hold onto the shirt, or you can connect fingertips. Hold here, inhale, exhale, not sacrifice the alignment of the spine for the bind. So if you've got the bind and you're all hunched over like this, back off on the bind so you can stay tall. Your last couple breaths, if you want a forward fold, or anytime if you want a forward fold, that's great. It just increases the stretch in the outer left hip and glute. If you're folded forward, start to back off the fold, release the arms, and then let's just take a counter stretch. So bring that left arm across the body, take hold of the back of the elbow with the right arm, lower the shoulder away from the ear. Good. And then we'll just counter pose, open up the hips. So you're going to bring your left knee toward your right heel, right hand out behind, and start to lift and open through the hips. Arm reaches up, maybe back. Maybe we release the head toward the floor. Release. We're going to bring both legs out in front of us. Take a seated forward fold first. So inhale, both arms up overhead. Exhale, start hinging at the hips. So we can take, even if this is as far as we can go, we have options. We can take the hands behind the hips for support. And just start working hands closer as we fold. If it's comfortable, we can take the hands to the thighs or the mat in front of us. Shins, calves, ankles, toes. Just work toward a nice long spine. We're reaching the forehead toward the toes. Shoulders are away from the ears, and we're breathing. Inhale. Exhale. So let the breath guide you deeper into the pose. And again, if you're comfortable, close your eyes as you hold the pose. Breathe nice and deep all the way down into the belly. So try and avoid shallow chest breathing. And again, if you get to that point in your breath, just let the pose a little bit. You really want the breath flowing as you hold the pose. That's the best way to let the body gently open up. Slowly release from the fold wherever you're at. We're going to come onto the right forearm behind us. We're going to start to guide the left leg across the right. It's going to come onto the floor. And then we're going to bend the body bottom leg, which is our right leg, and take the foot with the hand. We're going to start to press the foot into the hand, guide it back behind us, open the chest. And then if it's comfortable, you can come all the way down onto our shoulder, roll onto our back. We still have hold of that bottom foot, and then start to open it up. As we hold the pose, just continue to press that foot into the hand. Oh, I just got a little pop in my back. That's so good. Roll that shoulder, left shoulder toward the mat. So release the foot, press back up onto the forearm or the hands, and then we're going to come back to downward facing dog or tabletop. Just take a couple breaths here. So we just focused on one side of the body, the right side. Maybe you're aware of the imbalance right now, or the difference between the right and the left side. Just feel into that, breathe into that. Just notice what happened when you stretched out that one side, and then we'll even it out. So if we're in tabletop or child's pose, just step that left foot forward. If we're in downward facing dog, feel free to extend that leg high, get a nice stretch in three-legged dog, and then bring that left leg forward. Release the right knee to the floor, and then heel toe the left foot out to the outer edge of the mat. We're going to bring the foot to 45 degrees, so toes are going to face slightly out. And back toes tucked under and flat to the floor. Right hand stays on the floor. You can take that left hand to the left knee and roll onto the outer edge of the left foot. Take a nice twist here. Press that knee open. Again, feel free to experiment and play around in the posture. So I didn't cue it on the other side, but maybe you found it yourself. You can always come a little bit deeper onto the forearms or forehead to the floor. You can come deeper into the twist, looking back toward the toes. And again, if there's any discomfort in that back knee, you can pad the knee with a blanket or a towel or pull the mat under. Twisted, untwist, and then start to heel toe that left foot back towards center. We're going to work the hands up onto the knees. Again, if this is enough, stay here. This is a great stretch for the right hip. If you want a little bit more, take both hands onto the left knee. We'll interlace the fingers, palms face down, press the hands into the knee. And ultimately, we're working those hips up over the shoulder. But again, this is a deep stretch, so we're working in that direction. If you're hinged a little bit forward, no worries. When your hands are on the floor, no worries. Just start to work in that direction. That's why we hold the pose. You might not see a noticeable difference, but with each breath, we're opening the body a little bit more. Wow, again, it's deep I really feel it in my body. I'm just working with the breath, trying to stay calm in the mind and the breath. Then we're going to slowly release wherever you are. We're working that front leg into half pigeon position. So shin's going to come to the floor. If we're not super flexible in the hips, we can bring the heel a little bit closer in. Ultimately, for deer pose, we're working that shin toward parallel with the front of the mat. You need to listen to your body and do what's right. The side's a little bit tighter for me, so my shin's not totally parallel with the front of the mat. That's all right. We're going to bring that right knee toward the left heel. And we're working this shin parallel with the side of the mat. We want both toes flexed back toward both knees. We're working those sitting bones onto the floor. It's a big stretch for the hip. We'll take it into a twist first, not for very long. Right hand to left knee, left hand out behind. Keep those shoulders stacked over the hips, as opposed to leaning too far forward. If we do find ourselves in that position, just back off a little bit. Okay, so maybe our twist just looks like that. That's fine. And then we're going to unwind from the twist. So our shoulders are going to come back parallel with the front of our mat. And then we're going to come into a forward fold. Start to walk those hands forward. Maybe it's just here today. Maybe it's on the forearms. Maybe the forehead rests toward the hands or the mat. Hold here, breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Hold it forward, back up onto the hands. We're going to take it into cow face on the other side. This time the left knee is going to come forward. The right knee is going to work towards stacking on top of the left. So again, this might be like this for you. Heels might be close into the hips. That's great. Maybe we work the shins toward parallel with the mat. This side might be really different than the other. Very normal. Left arm's going to come up and over. You can hold on to the shirt, a strap if you have one. Right hand comes behind, you can hold on to the shirt, strap, or you can reach the fingertips toward one another and connect the hands for a bind. Only take the bind if you can keep the spine long. So if your bind looks like this is not good for the spine. Back off the bind. Maybe we just take that hand the elbow. So we don't want to tweak out the neck or do anything weird in the spine. We want a nice tall spine. Wherever we are, hold here, nice and lifted. Breathe. If you're looking to get a little bit deeper into the hips, feel free to forward fold. Stay upright. Folded forward, release from the hold, release the arms, and we'll just counterpose and open up the hips and the front side of the body by taking the right knee to the left heel. Left hand's going to be behind the left hip. We're going to reach, open the body up in your chest. Maybe if it's okay on the neck, we gently release the head back, opening through the throat. And slowly release. Alright, this time instead of the seated forward fold, we're going to take Baddha Konasana or butterfly pose. Bring the soles of the feet together. Bring the hands around the ankles. Sit up nice and tall. And we're going to start hinging forward at the hips. We're going to bring the elbows toward the knees. Reach the crown of the head forward. Release from the fold. And this time we're going to extend the legs forward and come onto the left forearm. So we're going to cross the right leg over the left, and we're going to bend. Ant crawling on me, big ant crawling on me. We're going to bend that left leg, the leg that's underneath, and take hold of the foot with the right hand. We're going to start to pull that foot, press the foot into the hand, and start to extend it back. Start to extend this front leg or the top leg long. And then, if this feels accessible, start coming down onto the back. Maybe that right shoulder releases to the floor, back of the head to the floor. And if this is a nice, comfortable position, start to increase that kick of the foot a little bit more, pressing it further back, pressing that right shoulder to the floor, breathing here. Back onto the stomach, and then press back to child's pose. Alright, so we're going to work in frog pose. Really deep hip opener. If you have any low back or hip issues, I recommend moving child's pose instead. Again, if that's comfortable. Have knee issues, or sensitive knees, not knee issues, but sensitive knees. This pose is still accessible. You fold over your mat, a little extra padding, or find a blanket for each knee. Alright, so we're coming from a child's pose. We're going to come all the way back up and then start to parallel the legs. From here, you're going to bring your toes to point out. And that might mean walking the knees a little bit further out. You want the inside edges of the feet flat to the floor. We want the legs parallel with the sides of our mat. You're going to feel a nice inner thigh stretch. Stretch in the hips, big stretch in the hips. So maybe this is where we stay, or we can come down onto the forearms. Or if you're feeling really open in the hips, inner thighs, pelvis, you can start to come all the way down. So I'm not demonstrating demonstrating it here because I'm not as flexible in this position, but you can continue to walk the knees out and come into essentially like a straddle splits position. And as you walk the knees out, you want to keep the shins parallel to the sides of the mat or to one another. Walk the knees out and walk your feet out. So you have this nice 90-degree angles right here in the feet. And this is when you gotta breathe. It's a pretty intense stretch. Feel free to find movement here. So maybe you shift the hips back or forward. Just explore. Last breath. That's not all I can take in this pose. So getting out of it is a little tricky. Kind of come back toward in the direction of a child's pose. Oh, creepy, creepy, creepy. Holy cow. Alright, and then just bring those knees and feet together. Sit back, hips to heels. Just kind of wiggle it out. Alright, so let's come down onto our backs. Alright, let's take one twist here that uses a little bit of core strength so we get to engage our core. You would take full belly twisting pose. Bring your legs up towards straight. If they're bent, that's fine. Bring your legs up towards straight, so we're engaging the quads. Arms are going to come out to the side, palms are going to face down. If you want to take half belly twisting pose, if it's too much, feels really uncomfortable, bring the legs to 90 degrees. Okay, for full belly twisting or half belly twisting pose, press into the palms of the hands, and then very slowly, with control, we're building a little strength in the core. We're going to bring those legs off to the right. Slow, slow, slow. Oh, that's pretty challenging to go at that pace. Alright, so again, legs are bent or they're straight. If you have straight legs and want to bind, start to reach the right hand toward the left foot. Maybe both feet, take a hold of the foot. And then start to look the head or the gaze to the left, so we'll come toward the left ear. Really big twist. Whether legs are bent or straight, or the hands bound or not, the most important thing in belly twisting posture is that you're breathing into the belly. Okay, so not the chest, but the belly. So inhale, you'll expand the belly. And exhale, you'll draw the belly button back toward the spine, contract the core. It's just a little massage for your internal organs, stimulates circulation and movement. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. engage through your legs. Press that left shoulder to the floor. And then if you're bound, release the bind. Legs bent or straight. Press into the palms of the hands. Straight legs. This is really challenging. Start to slowly lift the legs back up towards center, and just as slowly release them to the opposite side. Keep that right shoulder glued to the mat as long as you can. Oh, I came down a little quicker on this side. All right, so legs are at 90 or legs are straight. Arms are extended. If that's too much, full post arms are great. You can reach that left hand toward the outer edge of the right foot if you want the bind, or toward both feet, or toward a toe. And then we can start to take the gaze toward the right fingertips. Keep that right shoulder moving toward the mat. Maybe close the eyes. Exhale. Really engage that deep belly breathing. Inhale, the belly expands. Exhale, we draw the belly button back toward the spine. Engage the core. Press the palms in the floor. Oh, that's hard. I think I need to bring my legs to 90 to lift them off the floor. And then bring the hands alongside the body. Legs are bent or straight. Slowly lower the feet toward the floor. It's a little core work for this short, deep stretch class. Right. Let's take fish pose. So we're going to come up onto the forearms. Elbows pull in. We start to lift the chest. Lower the crown of the head toward the floor. Feel anything weird happening in the neck and tingling back off the sides. Breathing hard. Broken here. You should feel no pain in your neck. And if you're really flexible in the shoulders, which I'm not, maybe the crown of the head. Slowly lift the head up and lower onto the back. So bring those arms off to the side. Let's hug the knees into the chest. Hands around the knees. Reach opposite hand toward wrist. Opposite hand toward elbow. And then we're going to actually bring the forehead toward the knees. A little stretch here in the neck. Hug it in nice and tight. Release the head back toward the floor. And release the legs long onto the mat for Shavasana. Let the feet fall open. Let the arms rest alongside the body, palms face up. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Close the lips. Start to slowly release the breath. So we just come back to the natural rhythm. Inhale and exhale through the nose. That feels forced being part of the lips, drawing the breath in through the mouth. Just whatever's comfortable and easy. No force or effort. Bring your awareness to your toes. Wiggle the toes. That helps bring your awareness there. Just release any tension you're holding on to and then relax the toes. Bring your awareness to your feet and ankles. And if you need to find movement, to bring your awareness there. Release any tension and then relax the feet and the ankles. Bring your awareness to your calves, knees, and thighs. You need to release any tension by finding movement. Feel free to do that. Otherwise, stay soft and still, and then relax the legs. Bring your awareness and your attention to your hips and pelvis, low belly. You need to move around, loosen things up, reduce any tension, or if you don't feel comfortable, relax the hips, the pelvis, the glutes. Get soft and still. The low belly. Bring your awareness to your torso, your belly, your back, your sides. Release any tension you're holding on to and then relax. Torso, belly, back, sides. Get soft and still. Bring your awareness to your chest. Feel the lungs filling up on your inhale, releasing all of their air on your exhale. Let your chest melt into the floor. Let the back side, your upper back melts, relax, shoulders soften. Bring your awareness and your attention to your fingers. You need to wiggle the fingers to release any tension. Feel free to do that and then relax and find stillness. Bring your awareness to your hands and wrists. Get soft. Relax. Bring your awareness and your attention to your forearms, your elbows, your upper arms. Relax. Get soft and get heavy in your arms. Bring your awareness to your shoulders, your neck, your throat. To find movement, release any tension, and then get soft. Find stillness. eye center, forehead, all the way up to the crown of the